Welcome again to the old principal. 我就是老校长. Well, today we have an interesting story. This will be lesson number 19. It's all about a caring puma. Now you see the word puma. This is a big cat. Okay, this is 这个猫科的很大的一个动物. That's a big cat. Now, we call them mountain lions, 山狮子, or we call them puma. Now, we will read this story, that is, my wife will read the story, and then I'll come right back and we'll look at it sentence by sentence. Here's the story.
Number 19, a caring puma. The following is a true story. Daniel was 11 years old when his parents moved to Edmonton, Canada. He liked his new school and he liked his new friends. But things at home started to change. His mom and dad began to argue, and the arguments got worse until one day Daniel's mom left. Daniel's father had to work long hours. Daniel felt lonely and very unhappy. He finally decided to run away. He chose a cold morning when the snow was deep on the ground. He packed a bag with some clothes, a few other things, and a map of Canada. He ran and ran, not really knowing where he was going. He ran so long and hard that he was breathing deeply. His feet got wet with snow. A rock, hidden by the deep snow, tripped him. He fell to the ground, crying in pain. His ankle was broken. No one knew where he was to help him. He was bitterly cold and was starting to feel tired. He knew that if he fell asleep in the snow, he would almost certainly die from the cold. From the branches of a nearby tree, a pair of yellow eyes watched Daniel. A puma had been stalking him. A puma is a big, powerful cat. Many people call them mountain lions. It was winter. For sure, the puma was hungry. But instead of killing Daniel, the purring cat approached him and lay across his body. Daniel was too frightened to move. After a while, Daniel started to get warm and he relaxed. From time to time, the puma pressed his muzzle against Daniel and rocked his body gently. Clearly, the puma knew that Daniel must not fall asleep. They remained like that for several hours, until Daniel and the puma heard voices. The rescue team had found them. Then the puma ran off into the forest.
Welcome back. Are you ready to go? The following story is a true story. 是真正的一个故事真的是这样发生的. So you'll be interested because it's all about a lion, a mountain lion going on. Daniel was 11 years old when his parents moved to Edmonton, Canada. 加拿大 Edmonton, Canada, 一个大的城市. His parents moved there. How old was Daniel? He was 11 years old. Okay, he liked his new school and he liked his new friends. You know, one of the things that is so hard about moving, 搬家, is that when you go to a new place, children often don't like their new school or their new friends. But fortunately, in this case, it says, Daniel, this is he liked his new school and he liked his new friends. That was the good news going on. But things at home started to change. Okay, at his home, things began to change. 开始有一些变化. His mom and dad began to argue, and the arguments grew worse until one day Daniel's mom left. So his mom and his dad 开始吵架, okay, argue. So they're arguing, and the arguments, 这些吵架, they became what? Worse. Until what? Daniel's mother left home. Going on. Daniel's father had to work long hours. Now, I must say right now, in today's environment, you have many people who divorce. 这个离婚呢，是非常非常普通啊。It's hard on the father, it's hard on the mother, but it is hard 对这个小孩子特别厉害，特别严重。In fact, it even hurts them. 真的是害他们。So, I strongly, well, I was going to say, oppose divorce. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Everybody hurts. 人人都很痛苦. Well, Daniel's father had to work long hours. This word here, had, is very important because it means that he was forced to. 他不得不工作很长的时间呢 every day. 不得不. Very, very, very interesting words, okay? Daniel felt lonely, 很孤单, 感到很孤单, and also very unhappy. Of course, we know what happy is. Happy is 快乐, 开心. But unhappy, of course, is just the opposite. 不快乐, 不开心呢. So he is lonely. He is also unhappy. Finally, he decided to run away. Now, this is very typical. Many children, I wouldn't say many, but well, there are, I suppose, around the world, many children, if their home environment is intolerable, 他们受不了的, then they decide to run away. So, in Daniel's case, how old is he? He's 11 years old. Finally, he decided to run away. 他要跑掉, 逃跑. Going on. Well, he did not choose the summertime. He chose the winter time. So you can tell that he's, well, maybe at 11 years old, you're not thinking these things through very carefully. 冬天呢，特别是加拿大, especially Canada in the winters, very cold. And this is not, if you're going to run away, don't run away during the summer, winter. Do it during the summer. But he chose a cold morning, okay, 寒冷的一个早上. And it says the snow was deep on the ground. Snow 下雪啊 OK 这个积雪好深啊 OK 积雪好深 doesn't say how much but a lot of on the ground. He packed his bag 收拾好他的 well whatever 袋子 a bag okay with some clothes 有些衣服 and a few other things 还有一些其他东西 and a map well that's good of Canada 加拿大的地图 so he is going to run away. Now obviously what is the one thing that he probably doesn't have? He probably doesn't have money. Many young people, they're so upset that they run away and then they realize, oh, no money, no food, no place. In fact, we have a saying, there is no place like home. 没有一个地方比家里还要好. So they start to think about things. But right now, Daniel is running away because he's packed his clothes and he's got a few other things and a map of Canada and he's going on. He ran and ran, not knowing where he was going. So 他不但是很激动 almost 疯狂的跑 okay not knowing where he was going 他不知道他跑到哪里去 going on he ran so long and so hard that he was breathing deeply. Long, hard, 跑得好久，真的是跑 and hard, 快的 he was breathing deeply. Okay, 深深的呼吸 Okay, 大口呼吸 His feet got wet in the snow. Now, when you get wet in the snow, bad news. It starts to affect your whole body and you start to get very cold. Though his feet got wet, 他的脚就变湿了，湿的 and with the snow, of course. Going on, a rock hidden by the deep snow, okay, tripped him, and he fell to the ground, crying in pain. His ankle was broken. Wow, that's impressive. Or probably depressive. A rock, 是一个石头 hidden by the deep snow. 这个深深的这个积雪啊 okay? Okay? 这盖上这个石头 So he didn't see the rock there. He didn't know it was there. 绊倒他 tripped him up. Okay? Tripped him. And he fell to the ground. 摔在地上 Crying in pain. 疼痛地哭起来 His ankle was broken. Ankle is part of your leg, the lower part of your leg. His ankle was broken. Okay, 断了 Uh-oh, now what are you going to do? You can't even walk. Going on. No to help him. Of course, he didn't want to tell anybody. He was, I'm sure, inside he was crying even before he left. I've got to go, I've got to go, I hate home, and a million other things. No one knew where he was. He was bitterly cold, and he started to feel tired. Uh-oh. He was bitterly cold. Now, bitter 是苦. But when we say bitterly cold, 我这个冷得要命. If it's used as an adjective, okay, then, or an adjective, then, or adverb adjective, then it means 冷得要命. He was bitterly cold and he was starting to feel tired. Now, when you get too cold, 冷的太冷, what happens is your body starts to get cold. And then 有一个现象叫体温过低症, okay? It's called hypothermia. And he was starting to feel tired. Now, one of the things you do, you start to feel tired. So, oh, I'm so tired. What do you want to do when you're tired? What do you want to do when you're tired? You want to lay down, right? Going on. He knew already, he knew that if he fell asleep, 如果他的这个躺下来 in the snow, 特别是在这个雪地那个地方啊, he would almost certainly die from the cold. 因他的这个冷啊，而肯定会死。Almost 几乎肯定. Well, you say almost certainly, it just simply means sure. It was certain that he would die. You don't, you just say, oh, I'm so sleepy. And I just want to rest, and you go to sleep, and then you never wake up. You freeze to death. 会冻死. Going on. From the branches of a nearby tree, a pair of yellow eyes watched Daniel. A puma had been stalking him. In a tree, not far away, 一双眼睛 had been watching him. Yellow eyes. What are the color of a mountain lion's eyes? Yellow. This puma, okay, this puma was watching Daniel. A puma had been stalking him. We stop for a minute here and just take a look at the word stalking. Stalking, to stalk means 悄悄的, 安安静静的, 追着或跟着一个人. And actually, cats do this very good. Have you ever seen a cat? And the cat is just going like, okay, and trying being so quiet. Well, this was the way it was with this puma, this mountain lion, 像狮子 going on. A puma is a very big, powerful cat. 猫, okay, 猫科, 动物. It's big, 强有力. It's a very big cat. Many people call them mountain lions. It was winter, and for sure, the puma was hungry. During the winter, the big cat has to eat too. The puma has to eat too. So he was for sure quite hungry going on. But instead of killing him, the purring cat approached him and lay across his body. Daniel was too frightened to move. Well, I'd be frightened too. I'd be scared to death. Okay. He did not kill him. 反而, okay, he did not kill him. 反而不杀他了. The big purring cat. What is a purring cat? Okay, I don't know how to say that in China. 呜呜叫的. A cat purrs. You know, when a kitty cat or a cat is happy, they make a sound. 呜呜叫. That's what the dictionary said. Okay, okay. The purring cat. So that means the cat is happy. Okay. Approached him. Is he going to eat him? No. 就来到他的旁边 and lay across his body. 躺在 Daniel 的身上. Now, remember, I tell you again, this is a true story. This is a true story. Like, wow. Sometimes animals seem to understand things better than human beings. And so the big purring cat, this puma, approached him and lay across his body. Daniel was too frightened to move. 怕得根本不想动, right? I wouldn't move either. So, well, of course, what can you do? What can you do? You are already unable to walk. Why? Because your leg is broken, your ankle is broken. Going on. After a while, Daniel started to get warm and he relaxed. After a while, Daniel started to get warm. 他开始暖和起来 and he relaxed. 他就开始放松 Going on. From time to time, the puma pressed his muzzle. Do you know what a muzzle is? 嘴顶. Well, we would say nose, right? So, but it's the animal, it's the nose of the animal. So the puma pressed, that means pushed, 推 his muzzle against Daniel. Okay, so now he's pushing Daniel. He's pushing, 他就推他 and rocked his body gently. Okay, what is this? Okay, it's a 摇晃他的身体, 摇晃他的身体. Okay, 轻轻的. Okay, what is he trying to do? Going on. Clearly, the puma knew that Daniel must not fall asleep. 这个很清楚. The puma, the mountain lion, he knew that Daniel must not, 不可以睡觉. So he's trying, the mountain lion is trying to keep him awake. Going on. They remained like that for several hours until Daniel and the puma heard voices. The rescue team had found them. Okay, so they remained like that for several hours. 有几个小时 他们就是那样啊。Okay, and then Daniel and the puma heard 听到人的声音，听到声音呢。They're the 救援队，the rescue team， 救援队 the rescue team had found them， 就找到他们。Rescue team had found them. Going on. Then the puma ran off into the forest. To run off means to 跑开啊, okay? In this case, 跑到森林去. So run off into the forest. So there you have it. A real story about a caring puma. 同情心的山狮子. A caring puma. Well, that's quite some story, isn't it? And it's a true story. I know over the years, I have heard many, many very strange stories about animals who somehow took care of human beings for a while until they could take care of themselves or somebody came to save them. So it's possible. We have an email address. Maybe you have a story about an animal that did something very special. Our email address is theoldprinciple@gmail.com. And our website, 我们的网站是 www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been great to be with you, and I hope that you will join us next time.